Hey Crocheters, it's Valerie and I'm here again on this beautiful Saturday. Okay, actually it's kind of rainy and cold here, but I mean, it's October, so to be expected. Anyway, it's Saturday and we've got some kind of fun things to talk about. So if you guys saw the video that I made that I put out on Wednesday, it was all about the deer and kind of documenting the creative process in a somewhat funny way, I guess. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link it below. But that was a fun video to make. And so here is the official finished version of the deer. I'm really happy with it. Like the first one that I made, like in the video I said like 6th time's charm or something like that. Like literally it took me so many times to get this body figured out. The head was always like pretty on point. I did make a few minor adjustments on this one, but like the body was so hard. And so I think the thing that I like the most about what I've changed here is that the back is longer than it was on the last one. And then these hind legs we have, like they're a little bit more realistic, where we have the hawk, I believe it's called, you know, but it's sort of like that backward joint instead of the forward knees. And I think like it's that like touch of realism that just brings it all together and makes it like look like a deer, not, I don't know. The other one I made just was like very stagnant. I don't have it here with me, but I'll like put a picture right here or something of it so you guys can compare. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. I think it's really cute. I have, part of the reason why I think people are so excited to have it for Christmas, which this pattern will be coming out mid-November, is that they can make a Rudolph for their kids, grandkids, themselves, nieces, nephews, etc. And so I have had the suggestion like to do a red nose, and I was curious, just want to know your guys' opinions on this. Would you make a red nose and sew it on, or would you make like, I don't know, like a red bulbous like clown nose and just like pop it on there somehow? I don't know, I'm curious what you guys think on that. So honestly, over here, it is like full-blown Christmas. We are listening to the Carpenters' Christmas Portrait album. Like the best Christmas album ever, in my opinion. And working on patterns and really loving it. So the deer has gone out to testers. They've only had it for a couple days now, though, so it's still going to be a while before I get the pattern back. I think everything's going well on that front, hopefully. But then another thing I've been working on, if you guys follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, you guys will have seen some kind of hints at this. I've been working on a ornament collection. So this year what I want to do is have a farmhouse Christmas ornament collection. So have just all of these different farmhouse type animals and put them on a tree, put their heads on a tree, which sounds a little bit weird, but I think it's cute. It's definitely one of those things, like, because as I've been working on this, I've had a fake Christmas tree set up in my office, actually like right behind this camera, and I've been, you know, as I've finished like the rough drafts and then kind of the final drafts, I've been hanging them up on the tree, and we've had like friends come over and they'll see it and like you go either way. Like one person will be like, oh my gosh, those are so cute, I love them so much, and then you'll have the other side who are like, why are there heads on that tree? So, you know, it kind of goes back and forth. But to show you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about, I'll show you some of the rough drafts that I have been working on. I'm thinking I'm going to have 8 patterns in this collection, which I've been working on, like compiling them all because it's a collection. I want to just sell them in like one great big PDF. And so far the PDF is like 50 pages long, which is kind of intense. But it's also been really fun. So yeah, anyway, I will grab these really quick because they're sitting on this chair right here. So I'll show you guys 4 of them. And so the very first one I actually made was this one here. It's a little white pig. I decided to go white. The light's kind of bright on here. Okay, yeah, you can see it a little bit better like that. So so I decided to go with, you know, the white and then just like pink in the ears and on the snout. Because I was looking at the pinks that I have, and I really love this sort of blush color used in the ears and nose. That might be a Joanne exclusive color. I'll leave a link in the description. Anyway, and so I love that pink, but then the only other pinks that I had were kind of like bright and obnoxious, and I didn't want, like, where so many of the other like farmhouse animals are going to be more neutral colors or like black and white. I didn't want like pink. So I just decided to go with a white pig with the pink, and I'm really quite pleased with it. And then I just used it's like a burlap and lace ribbon also that I got at Joann's, and a little teeny brad to hold it all together. So that's how I did that. Yeah, that was my very first one. I technically do have like a rough draft version of that, but I never finished it because I got the shape done and I was like, I don't like it. We're going to try again. So it doesn't have eyes, ears, or snout or nose markings. It is just it looks like a yellow, very pink ball. So the other ones I've done, this was my first draft at an alpaca ornament. And so this is a much smaller. Here's my, so like this is the size of like the alpaca head for my other projects, and so this one is the little one. Isn't he cute? I think it's cute. But then again, I think all my stuff is cute. That's not true. There are still some of my projects that I'm like, meh, you're not the best. But I'm really loving this. So this is my alpaca ornament. Like I said, this one is also a rough draft, so it's a little, there are a couple of tweaks that I've made when I was working on the final draft. And for this one, I just have I have a little gingham, I think that's how you call it, gingham print. And then I also used a brad, if you can see that, just to hold the bow together. I like the brads. They're really fast and they're cute and they make nice bows. So that's that one. So that's number 2. You guys have seen this guy before with the secret vlogs that I made for my best friend Catherine. And yeah, I mean, nothing really different on this one. It's just a cute little cow head. I decided to make it again and actually take pictures of it. This one nostril is driving me totally insane. When I first put it on, it was too tight, so like it like got sucked into the pink to the point that you couldn't see it. So like I had to kind of pry it back out, and now it's pried out too far, and so it's my like picky nature is just going insane because I want it to be perfect and it's not. And then once again, I did the burlap and lace bow, and then I just took some thread and wrapped it around it because the brads were a little bit harder on this one. But yeah, I'm happy with that. And then this one is my other kind of rough draft. This is my very first attempt at a horse. So this, like I said, rough draft. This one, I have a final draft version, which I'll probably show next week. And it's a little bit better, but I like the colors on it. I like the things I thought were wrong were like the eyes are a little too far back. That could have been moved farther forward. And then in the back, like that very last row of decreasing is kind of rough. I mean, you just take the loop stitches, you make really big loop stitches on this project, and you just kind of fold it down in the back to hide it, but I have come up with a slightly better way to do it. So those are the 4 ornaments that I want to talk about today in my farmhouse collection. I've been working on those for like 2 months, maybe. I think I started the end of September. No, I must have started at the beginning of September. I can't remember. Anyway, it's been going well. And I've really been enjoying it. Oh, I'm losing my blanket back here. Oh well, I'll fix it later. So other things I wanted to talk to you guys about. And then I also wanted to ask about what you guys' thoughts, what are your thoughts on the vlogs I've been doing? Because this is my 2nd year of vlogging, just the process and whatnot. And with the secret vlogs, I did something different where I just focused on one project. I took one project from beginning to end, kind of. And then I started on the next one, which was kind of cleaner, a little bit of an easier way to do it than the way I normally do it, which is just like bleh. This, you know, I've been working on 4 or 5 different things, and this is where they all are. I thought it worked out kind of nicely, and so I wanted to know, like, are you guys more interested in that sort of more linear path with a crochet project? And also during those, I did 2 vlogs a week. And I was curious, do you guys like the Tuesday, Saturday vlogs, or is it like, whoa, too much content, let's just stick to Saturday, and then when you need to upload other things for like tutorials or, you know, stitch up, you know, like you can release those on Tuesday? I'd be curious about that as well. So I might just have like a whole bunch of polls over on the community tab, just asking you guys like what you think on that. And then the last thing I wanted to ask you, and this will definitely be a poll, as I want to better understand who my audience is, who's in my audience. I want to know, like, why do you crochet? Do you crochet for fun? And you follow my patterns, make cute stuff, and give it to friends, family, etc. Are you someone who crochets to sell? You know, you usually do a craft fair or something like that, or you have an Etsy store, or you have like an online presence where you're trying to sell your physical creations. Or the third, there we go. Are you a crocheter who wants to kind of do what I'm doing and design patterns as well and sell them? So and the reason why I want to know this is because I feel like I think that those are kind of the 3 kind of people who are in my audience. I'd love to know who my audience is mostly made up of, so I can cater to them a little bit better. You know, but I feel like, you know, if you're someone who just crochets for fun and wants to make cute stuff and give to friends and family, like, I feel like I have you pretty well covered here. I think, I don't know, there are probably some tweaks I could do, you know, but like we make cute stuff, put out patterns, and like that's kind of what is needed, and so that is what's fulfilled. For people who sell items, I honestly feel like the chubby animal series, I don't have enough of them around. They're all kind of hiding. You know, but like the chubby size animals are more of like a try and like they work up quickly, but because they are still large-ish, you know, you're not making something this big. You're making something a little bit bigger that you can maybe make a better profit on it. And where there's less sewing, because like the legs are usually you know, like worked into it. Like it's more continuous. I feel like the Chubby series is really kind of catered to someone who is trying to make and sell. You know, so I feel like that kind of, like I'm trying to kind of cover those two bases. But if there are a significant number of people who are crocheting and want to design patterns as well, I mean, other than talking to you guys about like, hey, this is what I've been making, this is why I don't like it, or, you know, these are the changes I want to make, I don't know that I'm really doing much to serve an audience that is saying, we want to design crochet patterns and, you know, would love to know how you do it, or would like tips, or, you know, like I don't think I'm necessarily catering to that audience. So I just like to know, who are you? What do you like? What is it about this channel that you guys find interesting? I guess if there are kind of content you would like to see more of, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. Anyway, that's a lot. That's going to be a lot of, hey, give me feedback. So that is probably plenty for today. And so I will talk to you guys again soon, I guess, based on what you guys say in the comments or on the polls, whether you guys want a Tuesday and a Saturday, or whether I should just stick to Saturday. Maybe I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Maybe I'll see you on Saturday. But in the meantime, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe. Thank you to all of the people who have subscribed thus far. And as always, if you guys want to check out my patterns, you can visit my website, or you can support my work on Patreon and get even better deals there. So I hope you guys are doing just great. I hope you guys are as excited for the holidays as I am. I know Halloween hasn't even hit yet, and I'm like, Christmas! So yes, that's definitely what's going on over here. Anyway, take care. I'll talk to you guys either on Tuesday or on Saturday.